Hello and welcome to Sobricks. I'm Adam and this is Sobricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Lego Super Mario Goombas Playground set. This is set number 71433. It has 173 pieces and I paid $15 for this set. This is one of the newest wave of Super Mario course builder sets, and it released August 1st, 2024, as well as the, I think, kind of 2.0 versions of the interactive figures, of like the playable characters. I'm pretty sure they are like the newer ones there, and I can't remember all these specific changes, but if I can find an old one at a pretty steep discount now, like the first iteration of that, and then maybe get one of the new ones to compare, that might be something I'll look at in a future video even. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know, I thought there was maybe a difference in how they charge or something, or just the power that goes on, but there might be differences to sound effects, there might be differences in the molds, there might be differences in the little screen. I don't know everything there. If you know the differences, please leave it in the comments below. But this seemed kind of interesting. You know, Super Mario sets I kind of go back and forth on. I liked a lot of the character builds generally. Some of the actual like course stuff I'm less interested in, but it depends. Like I like the Bowser muscle car and this and that and the other thing, but this seemed kind of cute, and I wanted to see what the value was like, because a $15 price point I think is a really smart price point, but I just want to see where this lies. So I'm excited to get in here. It is a bigger box than I think a lot of like smaller sets here. It's like thicker than I would have anticipated. So we'll see what's all in here, and I'm looking forward to it. Plus a bunch of Goombas, so that's nice. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Super Mario Goombas Playground, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. It means a lot to me, so thank you very much. We start out building the 3 Goombas that are included in this set, and they all have unique faces there. And then we start working on the base of this sort of tree. It's almost like a tree house, or like a little secret base here. It's got some interesting functionality, pretty basic in terms of the leaves and all of that, but that's okay. And then we work on the other little portion here, which is a teeter-totter or seesaw, and then I play with some of the little features here. And now onto my review for this set. Okay, so this is the Lego Super Mario Goombas Playground, and this is actually better than I thought it would be, and I feel like the value proposition is actually making a lot of sense to me, you know, immediately after building it here. And that's also coming from someone who's not a course builder and stuff. So if I think it's fine value, maybe that is it would be even better value for different people who do the course builder stuff. But there's a good amount of stuff to look at, so we will get started. And the first thing we will look at is the minifigures. We don't have minifigures. We have buildable characters here, so we will start with those. And we get 3 Goombas in this playground, which is very, very cool. They all start basically the same way. They all have the same, I think, barcode on the back. Well, at least the image in the bottom corner is all identical. We have the little feet underneath there, Mario feet, a couple of the slope pieces on the side, the jumper, 2x2 jumper on the top, and then there's 3 different faces. So this one has, you know, the kind of furrowed eyebrows and the lower teeth kind of sticking up over the jaw. This one, the eyebrows are a little different, and the mouth is open a little bit. And then this one has similar eyebrows and similar mouth to this one, but the eyes are kind of closed slightly more, and it's almost as if they're raising one eyebrow more than the other one. So you get 3 different expressions here, which at first I thought that these two were identical and there was just one third one, but it's nice to get 3 different expressions in here. I think, you know, I don't know what you would value these Goombas at, probably $1, maybe less. I'm not really sure. You know, they are licensed characters and stuff like that, but I don't know. Compared to a minifigure, just the production for these pieces, I'm not really sure. It's hard to really quantify what this would be worth. And in terms of value of what I'm thinking about this, you know, this will come into play a little later. I know I have looked at a set that had cat Goombas in it, which were very, very cute. And I think, I don't know if they're still doing like different kind of skins or different like buildable costumes or outfits for either the playable characters or like some of the side characters or different things like that, because that could be pretty cool. And then we have the Goombas playground and kind of a treehouse sort of thing here. So we will look at that, and I'm actually going to start like this. So we start with one of the bigger kind of Mario course plates, and then we have the smaller one over here, a little mech arm, connects those, a little bit of floral stuff, mushroom. So maybe this is in the woods here. And the main thing is this like tree, and this was pretty cool. It's not super complicated necessarily. There's a little bit of asymmetry here. So like where this kind of special brick is versus the ramp there is different over here. And there's some interesting stuff up here using 4 of these 1x2s with the slope on them and 1 stud underneath there. And I like there's kind of like a dugout kind of hole in here, and maybe another, like if this is a split of you know, branches or different things, or just another hole in the tree there. I think that's fine. Colors feel about all right. You know, it feels a little inorganic to me, but because it is like the Super Mario style, it doesn't bother me too much, because, and that's true for, I think, like Animal Crossing, for example, too. Like having the trees just be like these pieces here, not a huge issue to me. I'm not necessarily looking for them to be like super realistic detail or anything like that. Around the side, pretty basic. You know, you use 1 archway here, the kind of inverted slopes there, some panel pieces or like bigger bricks on the side. We do use these kind of archway pieces to make the branches. And then on the rear, we have some different stuff here. So this is just a 1x2 with a Technic pinhole, and then is put into a Technic brick there. And I believe, per the instructions, this isn't an action feature or anything like that. It is, whoopsies. That's okay. That's actually part of kind of the functionality here, in terms of the course building elements of it. So we can leave that off for now. I believe it is just to have a Goomba kind of peeking out from behind the like tree or the playground here. And the way that it works, because the angle that it sits at is pretty similar to the angle of this, it almost looks like they're standing right on there, which is very cool. So you can stud a Goomba down on there, and I believe that's all that's for. And then there's no top to this tree. Maybe this is kind of a tree stump sort of, but we can see we kind of have a lever back here, and it can only go in so far, and that's because there's a little bit of a function here where we can drop a Goomba in. Maybe you can even drop more than one, and but maybe one at a time is best. But if you drop them in there, it's not guaranteed they're gonna land on their feet, but however they land on there, then they are kind of resting at an angle. This one is the feet are down on those 1x2s with the kind of tiny ramp, and we can hit the lever and propel them out of their little hideout. And even if they're upside down or whatever, you can kind of see it's upside down in there, you can get them to get out of there pretty quick. Same if it's like on its side, but with the way these slopes work, it'd be pretty difficult to get them on its side. I'm just pretty sure even if it were, let me see here, let me get it in there on its side, we can use this and it comes right out. So that's kind of nice. I don't think you're necessarily supposed to like stack them up or anything. I have a feeling this is not going to work in the way that I want it to, but maybe it will. Oh, no way. Okay, if that's intended, then I'm very pleased. It could be that, you know, they have jumpers on the top to do like put little hats and different things on them, but it might also appear like that they can go like this and it breaks them apart a little bit. And if that's the case, then they'll always go in like with the feet kind of downward. And oh wow, okay, I don't know if that's intended or not. I don't think the instructions like showed that as an example of play, but to me that's really, really cool. To me, the way that works, so you don't have to load them in here one at a time and risk them, you know, coming out any which way, but you can kind of stack them all into one big thing and still launch them out individually, which is excellent. And then besides the treehouse and that functionality over there, like I said, we have the droid arm and another platform over here. We build up kind of these inverted archways here with the tiles on top, and then we build what I call like a teeter-totter or a seesaw, a different thing, like a playground thing. So this looks like built with wood, like logs here, and we do get the printed log tile there and over there, not on the end, which I was a little bit surprised by, but that's okay. And we do have the like droid body, like the R2D2 droid body in brown here, and then we put a couple of the red Technic pins with the stud on there, and again, that's a bit like, so we can pose different Goombas on here. And then there is a spot with a barcode for the seesaw teeter-totter there with the little marking, and a playable character can like slot right in here and engage in whatever as part of the course. And so this, the log on the bottom, the smaller one, just rests in here, and that works pretty well. And when it's locked in there on the ground, I'm not too worried about it coming out, but like holding it in the air and handling it the way I was, you might have some risk of that. Let me get this back on here. And we have the Goombas kind of on there, and a playable character could come over here and maybe bop them off of the seesaw and, you know, jump on their backs, or a number of other things. Maybe the playable character, the way that the course works, like doesn't know that the Goombas are in here and comes to play on the teeter-totter, and then they sort of release themselves, because I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like an action feature to release those. I don't think it's intended to have like one of the playable characters activate this, so I hope I'm doing this right, and I'm just trying to imagine what the play might be. But we do have 3 of the Goomba barcode things and 1 of the seesaw there. And that's kind of everything. I mean, I tried to break this down into different components. So this is kind of its own, you know, this little arm and extension that could be built off, you know, course-wise in different ways is its own little thing. And then the kind of main tree, playground treehouse thing could also be connected to in different ways, which is good. And then we have the characters, and I think that's kind of everything in this. I'll show the extra pieces because we do get some, not a ton. flower stud, Technic pins, and well, 3 Technic pins and a 1x1 tile in brown that goes on the top of the like seesaw things here. Those are all your extra pieces. And this set is 173 pieces and it retails for $15. I think that's a fair deal. I think that's a fair deal. You know, price per piece considered, bigger pieces here. The prints, which I probably would already made. This is, I think, technically a sticker, but like that might have been, you know, new-ish. This is good. I mean, for the amount of stuff I have here, it feels good for $15. And I feel like there's 15 or like anywhere in this range of like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, like things that might be at different points here. Like, do I compare this to a Star Wars mech or a or maybe a DC or Marvel mech or something like that? Well, it's probably similar in piece count to a lot of things, but and those you get a minifigure, so that's, you know, some differences there. But in some ways, this is more fun because it's kind of an expansion there. I think the mechs are really, really strong, and I'm excited to look at the new Batman one, and I hope they continue to do those for different characters. But this feels almost a little better to me, even though I do really like the mechs, and I'm not a big Super Mario person, just in the Lego course builder sense. This just gave me joy, you know, when I saw it on these shelves, and next to like the new stuff with like the one, I don't know if it's a Bowser train, and also like a ghost haunted house thing, and all of these other cool Mario Brothers sets, some new Sonic sets, some new Animal Crossing sets, and all this stuff. I saw this and I thought $15, you know, that's on the cheaper side. And I don't know if it's actually, I don't see a world where this goes for below that from Lego at the like retail price. In the aftermarket, potentially. But you get 3 Goombas. They're not the same as a minifigure, and they certainly aren't in terms of value either. So maybe I'll say each one of these is $2. I don't know. If I went on Bricklink, I don't know what people would sell these for. Maybe they sell them for more than that. Maybe they sell them for, you know, cents. I don't know right now, but you get 3 of them, different expressions, different prints, and a sizable build here, which feels like, you know, you could pair this just with the starter sets with one of the Peach, Luigi, Mario, and, you know, have a pretty good like base to move from. This just feels nice. It also is quick, pretty easy, and I like the function a lot, so that's really, really good. I think the value makes sense. And one of the other things I wanted to note is that this comes with instructions. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. I thought historically the instructions were only digital for Mario course builder stuff, and it was like all like they wanted to encourage people to use the app. So essentially they would have a little printed pamphlet almost, or a booklet that would kind of have this and this. Maybe the Bluetooth is new. I don't know, but would have like, you know, information as well as a QR code to scan, which would bring you to the Lego app or the Lego Super Mario app to follow the instructions there with like 3-dimensional things that you can like spin around and interact with. But I think that's aimed towards a different demographic than me. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that this does have an instruction manual in it. So that I didn't expect that. I didn't know that was happening, and I'm wondering, and now I'm more curious to see if other Super Mario sets with this wave are going to be doing that. Which, you know, I understand trying to limit paper and ink and printing and stuff from an environmental standpoint, and I would support that. There might be ways to do these with, you know, more recycled materials or something else. If it's a cost-cutting measure, I'm a little less enthusiastic about going paperless, even though for my situation, when I'm recording a video for building, I almost always use the digital instructions because I don't have a ton of room right here to build with a big manual, especially for big sets. And it just depends. I think if it were up to me, and well, maybe my recording area would be set up a little differently if I had, you know, well, I might, if it was, everything was perfect, I might have it set up a little different way. But I think just in general, if I removed the YouTube and the Sobrix of it all, I probably prefer to have them in the physical form. I don't know why. It's maybe just a weird thing that I'm hanging on to perhaps too long, and maybe everyone uses tablets and phones and everything to do it. But for whatever reason, this still feels appropriate to me, unless, like I say, you know, if it's to be more environmentally friendly, environmentally conscious, and I know that Lego has initiatives and has goals for that kind of stuff, but interesting to see that they went like from only digital essentially to now having all of these steps in here. So I thought that was worth pointing out, and I think that's it. I like this set. It's fun. Pretty impressed by the feature that I sort of stumbled across there, and I think the value is very fair. So nice. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including maybe more Lego Super Mario, the older interactive figures, the new interactive figures, expansion sets, tons of different stuff, as well as sets from all different themes, all different shapes, size, price point, piece count, big sets, small sets, lots of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. And if you wanted to support this channel in a different way, subscribing is a great way to support the channel. But if you wanted to support the channel in another way, financially, by giving money to the channel, you could do that here on YouTube with membership supers and thanks. And I have the Patreon. It's linked in the video description. It's linked on my channel page, patreon.com/sobrix. So maybe consider checking those things out. The memberships, the Patreon, all that stuff helps me a lot. It's not needed. It's not necessary, but it does help a lot, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.